Symone Stanley, welcoming you guys back to another great edition of the HBCU NFL Report, where we provide you guys an update on some of your favorite black college football stars in the pros. Guys, week 1 is under our belt, and we're going to look at some of the top performers from week 1 of NFL action. So starting off, we have to talk about Javon Hargrave. Javon is entering his 6th season in the NFL, his 2nd season with the Philadelphia Eagles, his 1st season playing under new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon, and Javon Hargrave, needless to say, balled out. Javon has been the storyline of pretty much all these NFL recaps you see when they're talking about best defensive performances. Javon is in the conversation. Former South Carolina State University Bulldog, turned Pittsburgh Steeler, turned Philadelphia Eagle. Now, Javon Hargrave has been balling out in the league since he's been in the league, but last season, he pretty much played hurt all last season. So his numbers weren't already all the way there because he was pretty much just thugging it out, doing what dogs do, playing through it. But this year, he is showing that he is 100% healthy, and he's back to the grave digger form. Let's get into his stats. First of all, Javon led a defensive line that is deep. Now, when you're playing beside Fletcher Cox is a all-pro, future Hall of Famer in the NFL, and you're outshining him, that's one heck of a man, Javon. You're one heck of a man. Let's get his stats versus the Atlanta Falcons. Last Sunday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Javon Hargrave had 2 sacks, a 47.3% win rate against the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. He had 6 tackles, he had 3 quarterback hits, and he played on 56% of the defensive plays. To put his 2 sacks into perspective, Javon finished last season with 4.5 sacks. His career high is 6 sacks. 6.5 sacks with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2018. That was his career high. Last Sunday he had 2 in 1 game. If it's not right and bounce back player of the year on the wall, then you can't read. I need y'all to keep your eyes peeled on Javon Hargrave all season long. Last season, Javon Hargrave, like I said, was playing hurt. This preseason, he was showing he was back in his form, baby. And versus the Atlanta Falcons, he came, he saw, he dominated. Matt Ryan definitely felt it. Now, let's talk about, we're staying in the trenches here, but let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, and let's talk about Terron Armstead, offensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints had a big win against the Green Bay Packers this past Sunday, and that was definitely a credit to that offensive line that was protecting Jameis Winston and, of course, Terron Armstead. Terron Armstead is entering his 9th season in the NFL out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. This past week against the Green Bay Packers, that offensive line really held together by Terron, allowed 171 rush yards. They also allowed 148 yards passing, and he played on 100% of the snaps. And a lot of people are talking about, of course, Jameis Winston's performance in that 38-3 win against the Packers. But we saw how Jameis Winston played when he don't have an offensive line. And now that he's behind Terron Armstead, he is balling, and Terron is balling. That's our offensive player of the week. Thank you to Carl Luke Williams, who has put out a list of his top performers on HBCUGameDay.com. And he has Terron as the offensive player of the week. And I have to totally agree. Now let's move on to special teams. Now when it comes to special teams, we have Chester Rogers, wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans, coming in as our special teams player of the week. Chester is in his 5th year out of Grambling. He led the Titans with 6 receptions on 6 targets. That's 6 for 6, baby. Every throw is a catch for him. He has 62 yards. That's has 10.5 yards per catch. That's a first down. Every target to Chester Rogers last week was worth first down yardage. Now, the Titans did take an L to the Arizona Cardinals, but Chester Rogers was definitely one of the bright spots, if you're an HBCU fan, of that Titans-Cardinals game. So that's our superlatives for a week 1 of the NFL action. Keep your eye out. He won't be hard to miss. Javon Hargrave, a mountain of a man, a grave digger, if you will. Keep your eye out on him because he's definitely having a bounce back year, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Teron Armstead is continuing to do what Teron has been doing for the past couple of years in the NFL. Drew Brees was definitely accrediting a lot of his success to that offensive line that was held down by Teron Armstead. And of course, our guy Chester Rogers is our special teams player of the week. Now, guys, I'm Symone Stanley. This is HBCU Game Day, your HBCU NFL report. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Also, check us out on our website, HBCU Game Day. And until I talk to you guys next time,